Respect.
Deep.
Respect.
Yes.
Once you have mutual respect between each other, everything else usually take care of itself.
Yeah. And I think too, especially for a man, respect is really, really important. You know, because if a woman does not respect you, it's not going to work.
No,
it's not going to work at all. She's going to think you're a pushover, you're too nice, you know, she can manipulate you, all the things. So yes, I definitely agree that respect is even more important than love, for sure. 100%. So what about nice guys? You know, we always hear that nice guys finish last. Like, why is it so hard for nice guys to attract women and to, you know, have a meaningful relationship?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. The problem with the nice guys is, so I'm guilty of doing this myself. What happens is we go out of our way to do things when we just met the woman like yesterday, and we called her and we met her like the following day, and we show up with red roses and gifts, and we don't even know this woman, and she knows that she don't deserve any of this. Y'all don't know each other. You don't know anything about her. She haven't done anything, haven't said anything. So a lot of women see the nice guys as they're kind of like manipulators. They want to exchange something for something in return. So a lot of women kind of look at the nice guys like that, and that's when things get a little confusing. So, which is partly the reason why a lot of women don't take the nice guy serious. They'll say, well, he's doing all this extra stuff. I ain't asked for none of that. I don't even know him. He's telling me to come over to his house and inviting me to the Thanksgiving to see his parents. And I just met him 2 weeks ago, and he's buying me Christmas gifts. And I just met him last week, So a lot of women have a hard time taking guys like this serious because, they're not on the same page. He's thinking she's wifey material, and she's not even thinking like that.
No, they're definitely not on the same page for sure. And he gets his heart broken because she moves on. Is like, no, he's too nice for me. So with a nice guy, what is some of the important skills a man can have or develop when it comes to dating?
Oh, that's a good one. I think a lot of guys have to listen what the woman is not saying.
Her actions.
Listen to what she's not saying. And this could be online or offline. I teach a lot of guys how to date, use these dating apps and dating sites. So this could be in print or in person. What is she not saying? Because women, for the most part, they're not direct. Most women are not direct. They say things indirectly or very passive. So sometimes you gotta pick up on. You gotta read between the lines. Yeah, you gotta read between the lines and listen. If you listen more than you talk, you pick up on a lot of stuff.
And then once he sort of decipher what's really going on, what she's not telling you because she's not saying it, what would be the advice to him? Like, he's picking up, he's taking your advice, he's listening, he's cluing into the things that she's not saying. So what should he do next?
Well, I would say, a lot of stuff women say it's small talk. A lot of stuff is not, it might be some stuff where you might just not care about, because some stuff is just small talk, chit chat or whatever. But I would say, if she says something that I guess you would like to follow up on or have a discussion on, bring it up, talk about it.
And when do you think is a good age for a man to get married?
I would say at least 35. 35. because at 35, you start to really know who you are, what you want, and your career is it's in the up decline, going up. You pretty much know what you want, where you want to settle, where you want to live around 35, and you start to become more of who you already are at 35. And you pretty much this is gonna vary from guy to guy, but you start to see how the world really works at 35. So that's why 35 is a good age to get married.
Yeah, I agree with you. At 35 is a good age. And I think too, men coming to their, like you said, they get to know who they are. And really, for the most part, not all of them, they're still struggling in this area, but understanding their purpose in life, they generally have that clarity around that age and sort of like settle down into the man that they're supposed to be, the relationship that they desire, like what they want. Do they want kids? Do they want to get married? And all the things. Yeah, it's almost like a settling, I find, around that age that it takes place. Now, when it comes to relationships, what would you say some relationship, not all, but of course, a lot of relationships are failing these days?
I think a lot of times you have two people coming together that, in most cases, they shouldn't have been together in the first place. Because they, like I said, people are raised differently. They have different morals, different values. And a lot of times, it's too many mistakes. People can't get past the problems that they have in their relationships. They want it to work, but they don't know how. They don't know how to make it happen. They can't get past the problems, and I think a lot of people, they get overwhelmed, and they don't really know who to talk to, or can't find anybody to talk to, and a lot of people just throw in the white towel and say, "Hey, let's give up." Yeah, that's what I think happens most of the time.
Yeah, they're not willing to work it out. As a matter of fact, it's like they're ready to quit at the first sign of disagreement or arguments or trouble or anything that's going to cause a little bit of riffle. They're ready to throw it in. I mean, I did a show recently on the show talking about prenuptial agreements, and some of the examples that I refer to is like, as soon as the sign of trouble, people are ready to quit. Like, I don't have time for this. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a wishy-washy kind of mentality when it comes to relationships. They don't understand each other. So, yeah, that's number one. Well, quite importantly, one of the reasons why relationships fail, because they don't listen and they're just ready to just give it all in and move on because they think the grass is greener on the other side. Right?
And a lot of people they're not really committed. They're not. They don't really know what real commitment really looks like.
Exactly.
And this is based on their upbringing and how they were raised.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like you referenced earlier that, we live in a society where everything is like microwave, everything is instant gratification. So I'm currently writing a book, and it's all about, beyond pleasure, choosing purpose in every area of your life. And if we look at today's society, it is a pleasure-driven society.
Oh, yeah.
We want everything now. And I mean, we're all guilty of it in some way, whether that's, we want to watch movies without any commercials. I mean, I love it. I love Netflix, Amazon Prime. Back in the day, that was never a thing. You had to sit through the commercials, right?
Yeah.
Or You had to wait till the following week to see the next episode. Now you can watch Netflix and you can binge watch like the whole season or seasons all at a time over a weekend or whatever. And we want everything now. Like everything is so pleasure driven, instant gratification. We want it when it comes to relationships. We want it when it comes to money. I mean, on so many levels, this pleasure-driven society is prevalent in so many cultures, right? So it's really important that if you're a man and you desire to have a long-term committed relationship, is that you're going to go through some stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're going to go through some stuff. And you got to be willing to work those things out with your partner, and as long as she's on the same page as well. Yeah. Because I find that a lot of women these days, they're the ones who are quitting and leaving marriages and walking away from relationships faster than men.
Yeah, and the thing is like you have to realize that everything that shines, it's not. Once you get over there on that other side, you realize it ain't really what they claim it was going to be. It's kind of like looking at a movie, and when they show the trailers, and you be like, oh, that trailer look nice.